Hi world. So I know I said I was gonna share after that first video, and I haven't been on since like it's been a month, I think. I just wanted to get on, and I think I promise I'm gonna be more consistent moving forward. It's just, I think what happened, what was causing the inconsistency was the resistance, that inner resistance of fear, fear in the sense that sharing that it's very uncomfortable for the mind to be honest. So I'm not gonna try to share everything in one video. It's gonna be a little bit at a time, so that way it'll ensure that I'm consistent. I think for me, just I think one thing I want to talk about today, and even this feels hard, is I just take a look back. I was looking back at my life, and I have been someone who's always lived in fear of others and being criticized, because I think what it comes down to is I didn't know myself up until like these last 5 years. And even though I don't have much to show externally in terms of the money I make, how I look, how I feel from within, I feel like I've changed a lot. But I feel like I'm still the same person at the same time. I don't know how to describe that. It's weird. It's just, I think what it is when I was a kid, it was always, I always never trained myself to speak up. It was always weird for me. It was always weird to tell others what I wanted. And I think because of that fear, it grew and grew and grew over the years. And now, whenever I feel like I'm in a situation where I'm going to confront someone, where I know, I should address the situation, I let it go because of the fear of what might physically or emotionally happen. Even though I don't think anything like of that nature would happen, but it's just the mind creates these stories. And that's what it really is. The mind really creates these stories that kind of keeps you off track. Like looking at it from a spiritual point of view, it's the battle of God's battle of listening to either God's voice or that demonic side, or in Gurbani, as we say, which is what I would like to follow more of, is God and the five entities of lust, anger, greed, pride, and emotional attachment. That's how they attack you. So they've been attacking me and they've been winning. I didn't realize that that was what was going on for all these years up until these last 2 3 years, and even then I've been losing the battle because that's how strong that negative entity is. And I think one of the ways it's attacked me, and this is going to be very hard. I think if I cry, don't be surprised. Is through porn. I think I watched so much porn, and I started watching it because going back to my earlier point of not knowing how to speak up, I don't feel like I've ever had a purpose. Like I've never been in a certain direction that I wanted to walk in life, and because of that, it it was almost like, okay, the path in front of me, I didn't know how to walk it. I didn't know what to do. So that's where devil comes in. It leads you towards that negative path. It presents it as an innocent option. It presents you as something, hey, you feel bad? Go this, watch porn. And that's what I've been doing for the last almost 15 years now. And it's been hard. And the real issue initially, I was trying to quit porn and giving into those lustful thoughts, but the real issue was knowing what I wanted to do with my life. And because I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life, again, it made those habits that seemed enticing, seemed nice in the beginning. Now I look back at it, now I realize that it was a sweet honey trap that was being set up for me because I didn't know any better for myself. And I could mention so many other bad habits, such as binge eating, staying up late on my phone, watching sports, being on the computer, be procrastinating, daydreaming of thinking I want to be someone, but then my actions speak otherwise. A lot of it comes down to in reality, not suffering, not wanting to suffer and go through pain, not willing to address that resistance. And now I'm living in regret. Like I notice now I don't get that same feeling from eating food that I used to. I'm not getting that same feeling from partaking in watching sports, or just watching random videos, doom scrolling, however they call it. And I'm suffering right now. I'm suffering. I'm not gonna lie. It hurts. It hurts to realize that what I did for myself was very wrong. I treated myself like crap over these years. I don't know. I'm kind of going off on a tangent. I don't know how to really put coherent thoughts together. It's just me letting out what I'm feeling. This is how I usually go when I'm journaling. I don't know. I honestly don't know what else to say. I just think, well, one thing I can say is until I'm not willing to suffer, like I'm suffering now by putting myself in a position where I have to admit where I went wrong, until I don't do this consistently, I'm not going to change in life. And honestly, everyone's probably wondering that's watching this video, why am I being dishonest? I could keep this to myself. I don't have to tell this to everyone. I get it. I understand where you come from when you say that, but I just want to share my perspective. I think there's this big thing within the Indian community of what are people going to say, and I feel like I've been plagued with that thought on an individual level, and that thought has impacted me throughout the years as I've been living my life. But I think the reason why I bring that point up is because it's almost like now putting this out there publicly, now I'm dealing with that thought of what are people going to say. And now I'm putting myself in a vulnerable position. I'm attacking that thought head on. I'm attacking that fear head on, which is the very thing I don't do. And I feel like by releasing this, letting it out, now you know how I feel. Now I'm not the only one who knows about this. Now everyone knows about this. It's almost like a two-step process. There's a release of what's going on, but then what it also leads, what that release does, it kind of like lets go of a lot of weight, emotional weight. Obviously, I gotta let go of physical weight, as we see right here, but emotional weight is what I really want to get rid of. Because you get rid of that, now all of a sudden, all the things that I wanted to do, that I wanted to get done in life, I feel like I could do it. Because now that roadblock, which is essentially me, isn't there. Which leads to the next step of, after the release of all this that I'm saying, is the accountability. It's almost like, oh snap, now a lot more people besides me know what my situation is. Now, in order for this admission to be valuable, I have to do something about it. I have to do the things that I said I was going to do to myself. I have to keep the promises I made to myself to enhance my confidence and be the best version of myself I can be before I leave this earth. Yeah, I think that's the reason why I'm sharing this. And it's just letting go. It's a removal of process, as I've heard from a lot of smart people. You let go of things, and all of a sudden you're able to do the things you wanted to do. I think that's all for now. There's a lot that I got out of. There's again, like I said, I'm gonna be more consistent. But for now, this is enough. This was a lot, and I think I feel scared, but I also feel this sense of relief. Like, oh man, I let it out. That's all. Thank you.